Have you ever been gung-ho and excited about something, rushed into it only later to run out of steam, get bored or disinterested when it becomes challenging or inconvenient? Look, we all have. I know I've done it. Even when we have the right compelling information, it can still be hard to make lasting change. And that's because information doesn't change people. What changes people, what truly changes people, is conviction. Conviction is a belief or an ideal that is so strong it forces you to act or live by a certain set of principles or a new lifestyle. It is more than information or just a desire to change. Look, anyone who has had a life-changing transformation or accomplished something truly great has done so with great personal conviction. Conviction that there is something bigger, that there is something better to be achieved. Now, when it comes to our bodies, we can almost be embarrassed to admit that we're that focused on our body. We can seem self-centered or maybe egotistical. Listen, our body is the external representation of who we are. We want the outside to match all of that awesomeness that is inside. Let people see you at your best. There's no better feeling. The reason we can be so excited at first and not be able to complete what we start is that our convictions, our beliefs, our ideals are not deep enough to carry us through. Tough times come and go for all of us. Goals will come and go. We'll hit some will be out of our control. But our convictions set the standard for how we will live our life. Some of us have a standard or a conviction that we are going to be ahead of the game when it comes to fashion. We read Vogue, we know who the designers are, we know when the next fashion shows are, we know the channels to watch, the places to go, the people to see, because it's our life. It matters to us. It's our conviction. We are not going to be caught wearing last year's fashion today. Now, for the rest of us, wearing plaid, polka dots, and stripes in one outfit isn't such a big deal because it's not our conviction. The other thing about convictions is that they can be scary because the more convicted you are, the more compelled you'll be to change your lifestyle. And believe it or not, change for many people, including myself, can be scary. I remember when I was dancing in England. I was a dance student. I was pushing my body to the limits. I was living that lifestyle day in and day out. But at the same time, I was heavily involved in English pub culture. Now, English pubs are a big part of the English lifestyle. This is where English people get off work, they sit in a place that looks like an 18th century tavern, and they drink copious amounts of alcohol all evening as a way to relax. And what's worse is pubs close at 11, so you've got to get all your drinks in before then, like heaven forbid, there's going to be no drinks left for tomorrow. But this is the lifestyle I would lead, and it would make me tired, it would reduce the amount of energy that I had, had a negative impact on my performance, and these two things couldn't exist if I had that image in my mind of that dancer, that performer that I wanted to become. This pub culture lifestyle wasn't going to work, but I was afraid to change. The reason was because if I changed, then how else was I going to relax? If I changed, who was I going to hang out with? What kind of person would I become? The more I thought about it, the more I started to develop deeper convictions that this wasn't for me. And the more those convictions led to actions that led to standards, that led to a new lifestyle, I was able to really go after my goal and become that dream I wanted to achieve. But I know we all have stories like that. My goal is to help you build that inner conviction that will help you live this lifestyle, this 28 Days for Life lifestyle, for the rest of your life. I don't want you to start this program and not finish. We have to go deeper. We have to build more conviction. We have to build a deeper belief in ourselves and move anything out of the way that is stopping us from hitting our goal. If you're going to live this 100% for the next 28 days and beyond, we have to find our convictions, and we have to find what I call our big why. Now, in order to find the big why, the tool we're going to use is called the 3D 360 perspective. I have 3 sets of questions for you, and I'm going to ask you to look to your past, to look to your future and also to look around you. First of all, looking into your past. What are you missing out on right now because you have not fully committed to becoming the ideal image of yourself and getting your ideal body? How has it affected your confidence, your career, your relationships, the energy you have, and the risks that you're willing to take? How does it affect your interactions with people? Is continuing to miss out on these things acceptable to you? And if not, why? Get as many answers and reasons down as you can. What's been holding you back? Why have you said to yourself, not now, later? How many of these excuses can you overcome today, right now? And finally, what are the dangers of you not embracing and going after the ideal you? That's a look at your past. Now let's look to your future. What will you do differently in your life when you become the ideal version of yourself? How will your choices be different? What will you wear? How will your confidence change? In what ways will you take more risks and put yourself out there? How will this affect your relationships and your career? What will you say to yourself when you look in the mirror? Why is transforming your body and your lifestyle important to you right now, today, at this stage in your life? And finally, how will you reward yourself? What are you going to do to celebrate? Now we're going to take a look around you. Remember, this is much bigger than just you. You may or may not realize it, but you have your own special sphere of influence. Your actions are going to positively affect others. Ask yourself, how will your transformation positively affect those around you? Your friends, co-workers, your family, your kids, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your spouse. By setting goals for your life, you are already giving back to the people in your life. Don't underestimate your ability to inspire others or the power of your influence. All of these answers from your 3D 360 perspective provide motivation that is personal to you. These answers, these reasons, this is your big why. Whenever it gets challenging, whenever you fall off the wagon, whenever you need motivation, come back to your big why. Sometimes you can come back and add to your big why, but these are the reasons, the fuel that is going to take that image and turn it into a transformation and into your reality. Let's get some convictions, let's get some beliefs, let's understand the big why, and let's get on with our transformation.